Welcome back to the channel, guys. I am the Drunken Goth, and in today's video we are going to be taking a look at some more common Ferrari problems. Today's video we're going to be focusing on the Ferrari 308 and the Ferrari 328. So first up we have the plug lead extensions. These extend from the end of the plug lead down to the top of the spark plug. Now what happens is, over time they begin to break down, they begin to crack, and arcing then occurs into the cylinder head rather than spark making it down to the spark plug. What usually happens is you'll develop a misfire, and it will usually be down to one of these failing. Now they're not that expensive to get hold of, and it is something you can change yourself at home in your garage, and they are relatively easy to check as well. Simply take them off one at a time using some plastic pliers while the engine's running, and you'll see which particular cylinder is not making a difference to the running of the car. Next up we have handbrakes. Now it's no secret that the handbrakes on this era of Ferrari were particularly bad. Now with the 308 it is something you've got to be careful with actually on the handbrake lever itself, as it can bend very easily with it being metal and its position in the car, and your tendency to try and pull it towards you as you put the handbrake on. And with the 328s it is just generally a poor handbrake. Now what I would always recommend if you own one of these is don't rely on the handbrake, always leave it in gear as well, just to be safe. Next up we have problems with the metering units on the injection models. Now it's a fairly common thing even with Testarossas as well. If the cars aren't used very often, which is likely they're not going to be used as an everyday car, the fuel goes stale within the metering units. It gams them up and it can be pretty difficult to get it clear. What usually ends up happening is they have to be taken off and sent away for reconditioning, having the internal parts cleaned, stripped, anything replaced inside. So what I would always recommend doing is just make sure you run up your car extremely regularly. It just keeps everything in check, keeps everything healthy. Finally, we have another one that most owners will be familiar with, and that is not being able to get second gear when the gearbox is cold. Now unfortunately it's nigh impossible to get second gear until the gearboxes have heated up, so what you always tend to do is go from first straight to third. The gearboxes can handle it and the car will pull perfectly fine, but until it's warmed up you find it, as I say, nigh on impossible to get second gear until you've got a good amount of heat, everything up to temperature in that gearbox. Well, that is it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like on it, please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye bye.